is just symbolic, and the meaning, like you said, should not be interchanged.
I want you to just share with us, what are your own steez? Can you share with us some of your steez in relationship? Your own steez.
Oh,
let's hear it.
Okay.
And is it possible that there are warning signs? Are there warning signs when we talk about steez and composure? Are there warning signs? Those are the last things I just want to get from you as you take your leave.
All right. So for me, I think it can come under let's say three heads: the emotional part, my personal growth, and my style. So for the emotional part, my ability, emotion. Everybody is born with emotion, yes, but some people don't believe that some of knowledge should be different. The fact that you are born with it does not mean that you have mastered it. So I constantly try to get knowledge. I'm constantly in search of knowledge, podcasts, books, messages. The Bible is such a good factor on how to navigate life generally. The second part for me would be, I mentioned personal growth. Personal growth would be not intertwining my life around my partner. Let me explain. So when you get into relationships, okay, your partner is attracted to you, you come into the relationship, and then somehow your whole life is built around your partner. You don't want them to have any other friends outside you. You don't want them to be with their own friends. You don't want them to be with their own community. No, that is so toxic. I believe that it is so for human beings to carry on. So for me, I seriously encourage personal interest, like have your own interest, let your partner have their own interest, and then incorporate it into your relationship. Let them experience your own interest, and you get to experience their own interest. So that way, do not carry it on, do not continue. And lastly, I think I mentioned dress. No, I mentioned style. Style is your ability to just essentially understand all that you are, what fits you, okay, what fits your body, what fits your shape of face. How do you look good? Something must have attracted your partner. How do you continue that thing without putting pressure on yourself and putting pressure on your partner? So all of those things combined, knowledge searching, having interest in your partner, in your hobby, and just basically reaching good for them. Like the things that encompass peace for me by relationship.
Jumoke, it's an honor to have you. So we've been talking with Jumoke Omorunwa. She is a social entrepreneur, and she's joining us to talk about steez and composure in relationship, maintaining it. She has given you her own, so I've learned one or two things. Thank you, Jumoke. We wish you the very best of the weekend, and even as you go into the new month, have a pleasant and a beautiful weekend. It's time for us to go for our word on marble, and we'll be right back because Miss Summer will be me so very much in the house. I will still continue this conversation, so stay tuned with your messages too, and possibly calls if you do well. Okay, welcome back. It's the Family and Values, and we have Miss Omar still in the house. Okay, so Miss Omar, over to you now. We are rolling the show with you as we continue this journey of steeze and composure in relationship. Now, is there any warning sign that one should look out for when you're trying to project this steeze and this composure in that, that relationship? Are there any warning signs one needs to look out for?
Okay, yes, there are a number of them. So one, I would say that first look at yourself. Okay, a lot of times we make it seem like it's our partner, but look at yourself first. Are you getting defensive too much? Are you getting too defensive when, let's say, there's something that your partner and you need to talk about, and then first thing you do is get defensive. Then secondly, check if you are losing your cool, because we're talking about composure here.
Yeah.
So check if you are beginning to lose your cool. If you're somebody who doesn't raise their voice, check if you are beginning to raise your voice. Let's say your partner says one, and then next thing you're already ranting. For somebody like me, I'm very conversational when there's conflict, right?
Okay.
But I always try to keep my voice down, because I know that nothing can be achieved when my voice is raised. Do you understand? So just always look at yourself first before you look at your partner, because a lot of times, like I said, we think it's our partner, but it starts with us. So we need to look at ourselves first. No, okay, this is not how I behave, or this is what I'm actually trying to work on. Then, and if we are beginning to move out of that, then it's time to like take some steps back. Then assess yourself, evaluate your responses and your behavior. Yes. So.
Okay, please, remember to send in your text message on our discussion. You can send in your text message on the number on your screen. I will gladly want to share your experience on steeze and composure.
So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Olajumoke. Social media.
Yeah.
The role of social media when it comes to maintaining steeze and composure. Of course, you've seen what is happening in social media. So how has social media affected steeze and composure in this modern day generation, in the Gen Zs, in the Alpha Gen Zs, in whatever category does they belong to?
Okay, so I would say that steeze and composure that see online is not what it actually is. It's not. So I feel like most Gen Zs abuse these words. They just use them for, to post something on social media and all of that. And one thing I think that has affected that so much is too much wokeness. They say it's I'm being woke.
I'm being woke.
Yeah, they say I'm being woke. And I feel like all these things are just misusing of words, and the actual thing is, will you be able to maintain composure? Will you be able to I like it where I see ladies, for example, who are upset, like something is obviously
calm,
and they're just calm.
They're cool.
That's the actual meaning of steeze and composure. It's not these things that people
I gave an instance.
This steeze is actually a definition that comes from all the skaters, when you try to do the skating and all the tricks, you try to play with it. And that's where the steeze actually is being, originated or picked from your style, your mood, So I think it's their own style. That's the way. I want to assume that's their style.
But it's passing a negative information.
I get you. I'm not supporting it, but what I'm saying is that's their own style. Because see, like what's her name again? Olajumoke mentioned, my steeze is not your steeze. Some carry the kind fire where they say their fire is to go naked. And that's the only way they can pass a message. That's the only way they believe they'll get people to run to their page and watch them and and become controversial. So I think it's just a mindset. It's a mindset. So now, when we talk about this composure now, like I asked her, what's the relevancy of this steeze and composure in relationship? For how long can one keep it? Is it possible you maintain it? And if you can maintain it, is it better for you? Is it good to at all when you can maintain it?
Okay, so you can maintain it, but as humans, we always always get to a point where we perhaps explode. So we get to that limit of elasticity where we can't take something any longer. So, but I would advise anybody who's ready, because relationship is not something you go into to leave it tomorrow. So I'd advise anybody that if you are going into a relationship, ensure that you have somebody who's going to counsel you. Because in this generation, it's like counsel is until you want to get married, and then once you are done with the premarital counseling, that's over.
That's over.
For my partner and I, before we got married, we attended counseling. We reached out to somebody who counseled us. So I know that counseling has really helped us a whole lot.
A lot.
Yes, it helped us in relationship. It helped us now that we are married. We still go for counseling even now that we are married. So I feel like that can actually help you maintain your cool, maintain the steez, and even when you feel like you're about to lose it, because we are humans. I mean,
Joy,
you remember all of these things that you've
What's the role of
constantly.
patience when we are talking about still and composure? Patience now, because some of us would want to maintain that still, that composure. Just like you said, there is always that point of elasticity where you say, no, I can't take it again, I'm done. At this point, I need to talk, because you can be misunderstood, you can be taken for granted. If you're the type that like maintaining your cool, and every day they are coming bass and you're just, no, I want to just maintain it. It will get to a point one day you will lose it, and also bring out the other side that let me put these things and go, let me pack in one side and bring out the other side of me. But what is the role of patience in maintaining stills and composure in a relationship? And if you've had experiences that patience has played key roles in it, mind you sharing it for our viewers out there to understand?
Alright, so I would say first that, share please. Patience is not pretense. A lot of times we mistake patience or pretense. What we are not able to take, we just
pretend like we can take it. Fine, it's fine.
So for example, I tell my partner that for let's say we have something we have to resolve, or there's something that I think has lingered for a while and we need to talk about it, and let's say he's acting like, okay, maybe we've gone past it, and I'm like, no, we've not gone past it. Okay, and I cannot pretend that I am fine when we are not fine. So I think we actually need to talk about this. So where patience comes in is knowing the time to talk about it, knowing when you both are in the right state of mind, and knowing what body language or words to say. Yes, that's where patience comes to play. Because if you are not patient, like I said, when I was defining state of composure, is your ability to stay calm. So yes, being able to stay calm and then access all that you have to say, that's patience really to me. I feel like that's like the most important role in maintaining your composure in your relationship.
Of course it is, because if you get to restaurants and you're eating and somebody spills drink on you, you need patience.
Okay, so I want you, even as we round up this morning, I wanted to share with us what are your steez? Can you share with us?
Okay.
And how well maintaining that steez and that composure in your marriage, in your relationship?
Okay, for me, so there are a lot of things to steez and composure.
Just pick the very, you know.
So I love bonding times. Yes, that's steez and composure. That's my style, right? So I love bonding times. I love gisting partner, because if I'm able to do this, then I'm able to, when conflict arises, I'm able to see my partner as my partner, not somebody to fight. Then we fight the situation, whatever is the opposition at the time, but not my partner. So that's why bonding time is very important to me. We drop our phones, we talk with each other, we play Ludo, play words. Even if he loses or I win, and all of
that's where the steez and composure,
and then we just enjoy ourselves. And all of that. So I just feel like just create time to bond. Yes, do your own thing, of course. Don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
But also ensure that you and your partner have time, because that's what would would guarantee how well composed you would be when there's an issue that arises. Yes.
You know why I said, because you see when you're playing and what? And
No, this is not. No, I won't take this too far. My own is
to get
you
to
know,
the point
you know that
you
kind of.
almost want to lose it with your
That kind
partner.
of.
Why giving me big two?
Yeah.
That's, but it's sincerely.
It's always
That's
sweet,
where
you
the
know.
bond and sincerity comes in.
Yes.
Your
But I
anger
think-
is expressed.
I want to ask you, do you think the society we are now and the busy attitude everybody carry, too busy, except when there's no one bit. You understand? Can you rate the percentage of couples having the opportunity to have playing Ludo, all these games, Monopoly, chess? What's your rate? Do you think it's as it used to? Because then, Joe, when we're young, we have them. You know, do you think it's still very much in, you know, in use like it's supposed to? Because things like this can help couple, even when they have issues. You will just let it go. Do you think?
So sincerely, I would say that it's not as used to be. It's not as used to be. Everybody is carried away with activities, taking care of kids and all of that, work, trying to provide for the family, and then a lot of times when they decide to now plan, things will still come up. So I feel like intentionality is very, very important. Intentionality is so important, because if not, both of you will lose yourselves. That's why sometimes adults would like older married couples would get divorced after their children have left the house, because they've occupied themselves with childbearing, raising kids and all of that. They never made time for themselves. So and I think all these things everything falls back to intentionality.
Okay, before you go, everything falls back to intentionality. You heard it from her, but someone sent a message. We are rounding up. We have just 1-2 minutes to get leave the studio. So good morning, I'm Ben from Shashegbeda, Lagos. 40-year-old single, but why is it hard to find a good girl? Cause I am just afraid of who to trust. Please, I need your advice. Now, do we have good girls? Do we have good boys? That's the final advice you need to give.
A good person.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking now. Let's ask that first. Now, she is the young one in our midst now, and she's married. So if she's taken, it simply means that she's a good quality. Now, please, I want to ask you, do we have good girls and do we have good boys? How do you think one can get a good material, wife material?
Okay, wife material.
We are looking for wife material.
He's 40 years. He's 40 years. So please, just advise him. 1 minute, 60 seconds.
So I would say your circle is very important.
Thank you.
Your mindset. Some people believe that they will never find good girls, and then it affects them. So your mindset, then your personality too. If you don't have sense, you cannot find who has sense. You attract.
On that note, you want to say thank you to Darling Miss Summer Wogbemi. It's so good to have you. Do you speak Yoruba?
I'm trying. My husband.
Oh, you are trying to that. Yeah, I know Wogbemi. It doesn't matter. Yoruba.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's so good to have you, and we're honored. We hope when next we invite you, we'll find you, and your husband will find it easy to allow you to come.
Actually, yes, it is.
Glory be to God on that. So, Joy.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you. Like we used to say, it's Friday. We keep it cool, calm, and collected. Well, you that is looking for wife material, I hope your husband material. Let's put it that way. Steals and comes over the weekend. If you go to Wambe, eat well. Don't stain yourself. All right. We'll see you next week. I am Princess Joy. Hey, have a wonderful weekend.
Okay, so you heard it. Have a wonderful weekend. I want to say big thank you from the MCR to our production crew. Thank you, our editors, and also to MCR. Thank you, Iman Nisheye. Thank you to our boss. Thank you for supervising producer, and to our president. Thank you for this honor and this privilege. To all our viewers, our friends, our lovely guests, we cannot thank you enough. We know you put in your time, to be part of Family and Values, and we're not taking it for granted. To all our viewers and our fans who always leave comments, thank you. You always have reason. You're not run out of data. You always have reason to watch us and be part of the program. Bring in your goods, products and services and be part of Family and Value. That is all what we are praying and wishing from you. On that note, Joy will be taking us on the Jolly Ride next week as we start the new month of March. See you on Monday. Have a splendid and a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.